Okay, now many times in your life you will get some fractions which may not necessarily be equal, right? Let's take a very simple example. We saw that 1 upon 2 is equal to 2 upon 4, right? So if you had 1 upon 2, you multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 2 each, by the same number, right? Let's say you multiply it by 2 and 2. So you get 2 upon 4, which is this number. Now many times in your life you will get two fractions, okay, and you will be required to judge whether these two are equal or not. Let's call these fractions as a upon b, which is the standard one which we've been using, and let's call the other fraction as c upon d. So like I said, how do we know whether a upon b is equal to c upon d? It's not always that you will get simple examples like this, right? So let's say you get something like 3 upon 7 is equal to 303 upon 707, right? Now if someone were to ask you whether these two fractions are equal, you might get a little confused. Or more so, let's say you get 3039, okay, and you get 7091. So how do you know whether this fraction is equal to this or equal to this? Now let's represent any two fractions in the form a upon b and c upon d. The question before us is whether we know that a upon b is equal to c upon d or not. In order to find out whether a upon b is equal to c upon d or not, what you need to do is you need to cross multiply. Now what do you mean by this? What we mean by this is you multiply the numerator of first fraction by the denominator of second fraction, or in other words you multiply a with d, right? And you multiply the denominator of first one with the numerator of second, or b into c. If these two multiplication give the same result, which means that if a into d is equal to b into c, then two fractions are equal, okay? But if a into d is not equal to b into c, then the two fractions are unequal, okay? Let me take one example each, okay, in both these cases to see if this holds true. So let's say you have a fraction 3 upon 7, the same example I took here, and the other one is 303 upon 707. The question is whether 3 upon 7 is equal to 303 upon 707. So as I told you, in order to ascertain whether these two are equal, we do a cross multiplication. So the numerator is multiplied by the denominator, and the denominator of the first is multiplied by the numerator of second. Or we write 3 into 707, okay, and 303 into 7, okay, put an equal to sign between, right? So 3 into 707, 3 into 7 will give you 1, 2 carry, 3 into 0 is 0 plus 2, 2, 3 into 7 is 21. So the left hand side of the equation gives the value 2121, right? Let's see what do we get on the right side. 7 into 3 gives you 21, so 1, 2 carry, 7 into 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2, 7 into 3 is 21. Now if you notice, the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Hence, we say that 3 upon 7 is equal to 303 upon 707. Right? So this was the case where it is equal to. Let's see the second case where the two fractions are unequal. Again, let's take something like 3 upon 7 is equal to 153 upon 356. Okay, so this is the question. How do we resolve it? We do a cross multiplication, 3 into 356 and 7 into 153. 3 into 356, okay, question, 153 into 7. 3 into 6 gives you 18, 8, 1 carry. 3 into 5 is 15, plus 1, 16, 6, 1 carry. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1, 10. 7 into 3 is 21, 1, 2 carry. 7 into 5 is 35, plus 2, 37, 7, 3 carry. 7 into 1 is 7, plus 3 is 10. Well, what we notice is that the left hand side is not equal to the right hand side. Hence, 3 upon 7 is not equal to 153 upon 356. Right? So this is the manner in which you find out whether or not two fractions are equal.